were too sweet for me until I stumbled along the river and fell in. The snake's back on his feet, walking down the street. He's coming for you, but baby, I'm coming too. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love.
Hello, everybody. It is January 1st, 2024. Happy New Year. I'm Drew.
I'm Tara.
This is America's #1 sports and entertainment, Chicago-based sibling podcast. We're also the kings of butthole buffoonery and, I don't know, making your mom uncomfortable. Making your mom uncomfortable. Making your mom uncomfortable. Maybe that's what this podcast is. We are MELLONfights.
MELLONfights. Oh, yeah.
MELLONfights.
MELLONfights. Definitely making your mom uncomfortable. When I was listening back, I'm like, oh, geez. We really went in on jerking off in your parents' room right next to him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This last week, that was a good one.
Yeah. I was
That
like,
was
holy
real
crap.
goody. That was a good one.
It was
here
definitely
we are.
a Christmas episode.
Christmas episode. This is our New Year's Day episode. I'm dressed to impress. Tara obviously isn't. She doesn't care about January 1. It is New Year's Day, and I'm not technically. This is what I would have been. If I went out last night, this would have been my gear, but I'm rocking my fancy clothes for episode 1 of 2024.
Yeah, I was not thinking. I'm
You
wearing
think
a
this is
black
just
sweater.
just another podcast?
I gotta
You don't got nothing you can throw on? A hat? A crown? 2024 glasses?
I don't have that. I'm trying to think of something I might be able to toss on.
Because I look fucking good as hell. People are like, dang, that guy owns a business.
A
Right?
casual business.
It's casual, yeah.
A casual
Yeah.
business, but a business nonetheless.
It's a business, but it's casual.
Yeah, you're an entrepreneur in that outfit.
Is this the definition of business casual?
Yes.
So guys,
I think it is.
if you see anything that says like business casual attire or your interview's business casual, this is the look.
Yeah.
This is how you dress business casual. And that's my first that's my first tip of the year, because this year we're going to be giving people tips on how to better themselves and how to like get ahead in life.
Yeah.
You know, I've decided I'm going to become one of those guys that puts up stuff that it's like, this is all you need to do to get millions.
Exactly.
And this is the first tip. Dress business casual. You'll be a millionaire by February.
That's a quick turnaround.
Well, when you look good,
But
you look
Drew,
good.
you want to know what? I believe it because the outfit is selling it.
Yeah.
It's dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
Right, exactly.
And you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what I don't know what job I'm dressed for, but it's something. It's something.
It's something special. That's for sure.
Yeah, New Year's Eve last night. None of us in our family really got too wild. We had some mishaps and occurrences and things of that nature. Wasn't a lot going on for our family.
I
just hung out with
soloed it.
Miranda last night. I hung out with Miranda last night. Tara soloed it.
Yep.
How'd that happen?
Well, one of our siblings, not naming any names. Not naming any names.
One of our siblings. You could have just said someone that you're supposed to party with got COVID. You didn't have to.
Well, I'm not naming names.
Not naming names. Not naming names, but one of our siblings
got COVID. So I had to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
I was all dressed and ready to go, had my hair done, my makeup on, and one of our siblings tested positive.
I didn't. I tested negative. I did test.
I tested too. Negative.
Negative. Sick.
So
Mm-hmm.
I just watched football, drank wine.
Yeah.
I'm doing dry January, so I've got like half a bottle of wine. That's not
so you're gonna be
drank.
fun this month.
Okay. I bought these like I thought I put them in the fridge and I was gonna have one and I didn't, but it's like non-alcoholic, but it's supposed to give you a buzz.
Like kombucha type of stuff.
No, kombucha doesn't give you a buzz.
I know, but like that sort of thing where it was like a drink that's.
It has here. Let me grab it.
Oh my god, I don't even.
I have
care.
it right here.
I don't even care. She's getting a bag. She's in a bag. I can hear her digging in that bag.
Okay.
I bet it's not that
called Day Soy.
Day soy. I think you said it very white the first time. Day soy.
Day Soy. It's sip
Please.
chilled or over ice in your favorite glass. It's a sparkling non-alcoholic aperitif. It has rich forest berries and vanilla oak, and apparently it's supposed to give you a buzz.
Kind of
even
buzz.
Though like a
What's in it? What's buzzing you?
It's the ashwagandha.
Oh, ashwagandha.
And the L-theanine
Put that down.
from green tea.
You know what gives you a buzz on the regular? High Life. Champagne of beers. When you're celebrating day after New Year's Eve, you keep it going with High Life, champagne of beers.
Yeah, you're probably right.
What part?
High Life. It's gonna get you nice and buzzed.
Nice and boozed. I'm boozing today still. I didn't buy enough. I only have 3 of them in the fridge. So it's not going to be super buzzed today.
You know what I'm drinking?
Diet Dew.
Diet Dew. And I want to know what I have to say about that.
What's that?
Diet Dew in the morning, Diet Dew in the evening, Diet Dew at supper time.
When Diet Dew's on a
can. When Diet Dew is in a can, you can drink Diet Dew anytime.
I think Diet Dew missed the boat on that. Pizza. I think
so,
Pizza Bagels ripped them all, like really fucked them on that one. My New Year's we did so like 4 or 5 days ago. Was at Walgreens and all their Christmas they have the fun Christmas section at Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was 60% off. They had this indoor s'mores maker.
Ooh.
Indoor s'mores maker on sale for 60%. So that's $14, $15, something like that. So I got that, and we planned our whole New Year's Eve around that because that's like a little fun like hors d'oeuvre thing we were gonna do at the end of the night.
Yeah.
So I planned a charcuterie board, bacon wrapped dates. I made homemade guacamole. I got a corn dip. I got these pretzel bites that we heat up that are good, and you dip in a little thing. Didn't get the charcuterie. We were too full, but the guac was good. The bacon wrapped dates I overcooked a little bit. They were a little dry. They still tasted good though. I was a little bummed. And we at the end of the night we went up to the roof at the end of the night as midnight came down, played a little cribbage, and as we're going to bed, I'm packing stuff away, and I go, Miranda, we didn't do it. And she's like, what? I'm like, babe. So I'm like, figure it out. She's like, what? And I'm like, I had to pull the marshmallows out. We didn't do the s'mores. We planned our whole night around these s'mores, and we didn't even do it.
Oh gosh, time got
We're
away
idiots.
from you.
Time got away. We did a puzzle. She did most of it by herself while I was cooking and stuff and working
I
out.
saw
She did a
that.
puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle. It was like
All in a day?
hours. If I hadn't helped, it would have been. She still would have finished by herself in just a few hours. But it was kind of a cool puzzle.
Yeah, it looked cool.
It was almost like little. It was like posters, like rock posters from history, and it was almost like a bunch of little mini puzzles. So it kind of made it easy because you could. But it was fun. We liked it. I only did the last hour and a half of it. Maybe we figured she did maybe at least 50% by herself before I started helping out. We played cribbage for hours. We played Mario Kart. We put on our onesies, went on the roof, and listened to a couple tunes as our neighborhood shot fireworks off. It was a nice little night. It was a nice little night.
Good.
So we were stuck at home, but it didn't matter. We had a good time.
Did you have plans before that?
No. We knew we weren't going to be going out this year. So yeah, that was our New Year's Eve, and now it's time for 2024. We don't look backwards. I'm sorry we're looking backwards.
We don't.
We got to stop.
Up.
I say the funny thing is we literally have been looking backwards every week for about 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
All we do is look backwards.
Well,
But we don't look backwards about ourselves.
No.
We're
just
only
push
we're
forward.
we're a rocket moving forward in time.
Yes.
We can't stop us. This is the year of the melon fights. 2024. Do the math, Tara. 2 plus 0 is what?
2.
Yep, plus 2.
4.
Right. Plus 4.
8.
Correct. Now, what's 2 number? Now go backward. What's 8 minus 2?
6.
Perfect. Now what's 8 plus 1?
9.
69. It's the year of the Melon Fights.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's
Because it's January 1st. Today.
Yep.
So it is the year of Melon Fights.
It is.
It's the math. The math works out. We're numbers people. Tara wants to be a crystals pod, but we're a numbers pod.
We really are.
The
We're
numbers
good
and
at
the
numbers.
numerals are projecting us to be huge in 2024.
Yes, because it's the year of the Melon Fights. 69.
We have a lot to do.
Yeah,
today.
we do.
So let's get to some stuff before we get to some stuff.
Okay.
Football, big week of football. I did actually watch quite a bit of it.
I watched some.
I'll start off with saying right before this, I was watching the Badger football game, the Badger bowl game against LSU. They looked like they had a chance, and then they fucking did that Badger bullshit and made me go, oh. Also, they couldn't throw like that all year, and they're just chucking it around.
Right.
Like, what are we doing? So anyway, the Badgers choked at the end of the game.
Choked it
Against
Choked it
LSU.
away.
LSU was jacking themselves off after going down to a team that was terrible this year.
Yeah.
They didn't have their star quarterback play, though. That's going to be a top tier pick in the NFL draft next year. So it was almost Bulls are stupid at this point.
I was just gonna say Bulls are stupid, but they're kind of changing how everything is. But if they didn't, Bulls would be very stupid because nobody plays, and I mean, there was hardly any people at that bowl game. Like there was so many empty seats.
Yeah, end zone was empty. But
yes.
they were full on the inside when they showed it. Like they showed the jump around.
Those
There's people
end
jumping.
zones.
Yeah, it's the Bulls right now, and players aren't playing. And here's my hot take from the game.
Let's hear it.
What's his name? Jalen. What's the quarterback name for the LSU that didn't play?
Jalen
Jefferson.
Something with a J.
Jalen Jefferson.
Maybe.
Hold
I was
on,
going to say
look at us.
Johnson, but it's not Johnson.
Jalen Jeffries, maybe.
Jeffries.
LSU Tiger. Yeah, Jalen Jeffrey. No. Why am I doing so bad at this?
Just do
LSU
LSU.
QB.
Yeah. Heisman
Jaden
Trophy
Daniels.
winner.
God, we're dumb.
God.
Jaden Daniels didn't play,
No.
right? And here's my take that people are going to start seeing. Jalen Daniels didn't play, right? Because he didn't want to get hurt before he goes to the draft. And his backup put up 400 yards passing. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was a system, bud. I think it could expose people. You got to play in that game. How about that? He's exposed as a guy. Like, it was a system. It's the system.
I don't know.
What do you think of that?
It might be, but also
System.
the
Tara,
Badgers' defense is terrible. Yes.
What are we
it's the
talking
system.
about? What are we talking about?
I don't want to hate on him too much.
What do you? I'm not hating on him. I'm hating on the idea of not playing in these bowls.
It's a system. People are going to be afraid he's going to go down in the draft. People are going to say, you know what? He's a system quarterback. That scrub-a-lub, he had over 400 yards passing against Wisconsin, who always has a great defense. They're known for their defense. So, yeah, you got to play.
Yeah,
Was that
hold
better?
on. Let me give you a little stat line. No, it's just in general. These guys. It's not about Jalen.
Daniels.
Jalen. It's not about Jalen Daniels. It's about the idea of not playing and then being 395 yards, 3 touchdowns, 31 for 45. It makes his numbers look like they're less impressive. It could be like, oh, it's because he's surrounded by studs. He was dumb not to play, in my opinion. Because now I think if he plays and has that good of a game in the bowl game, that's him that looks better. Instead, he's going to be like,
There's
look
so
what this
much
other guy
that goes
did.
into it. There's so much that goes into it because if he gets injured, then he really screws himself.
That's what college football is. That's why you play college football. You just don't play the last game. I'm not going to play the last game. He could have got hurt in any other game. Guys barely get hurt in bowl games.
It's just a lot of money. I know I didn't do it.
I'm just saying, I think there's going to be a thing where people are like, these guys aren't playing in these bowl games. And then look at this number this team still put up without him. So it's like, is it him?
It could,
I think he's gonna drop. He's not gonna get hurt. Like, it's more or less likely he's gonna get hurt. What are you talking about? It's such a loser's mentality. I might get hurt.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he gets
He played
hurt,
he could have got hurt any game this year.
But he
That means
didn't.
the first game was just as pointless as that game. Just as pointless. Those early games against nobodies, pointless.
well,
Pointless
he had to
games.
prove himself.
Could have proved himself in this. Why not prove yourself in a game that
Because
has
now
stakes? There's no stakes in that game. This
Because
game has
now
stakes.
he's the Heisman and he's going to get a high draft pick. And if he injures himself, he's going to fall in the draft. Yes, look what happened to Hendon
Tara,
Hooker.
I'm telling you, all these guys sitting out, it's going to hurt them in the long run.
Well, maybe.
Because
But
they
I
don't.
don't know.
How often do these guys get hurt in bowl games? They don't. It doesn't happen that often. People are going to look at him and be like, man, I'm just telling you.
I'm
Look
just
at how
telling
many.
you.
I think guys are gonna be like, oh, that's a system guy. I don't. Where's he even projected to go? I have no idea. I'm just letting you know.
I'm just
That's the
letting you-
zag, and you didn't know how to fucking go with the zag with me. What are we doing?
What do you mean?
Instead, you went about it the way everyone thinks about it. Instead of Tara,
But
we're a pod that thinks about things differently.
Okay, but when
and
it
you
comes-
went full chalk, boring chalk, Chalky T. They call her. It's a cool nickname. It's a cool
Chalky
nickname.
T.
Chalky T.
Yeah. I just feel like the injury thing, though, I'm going to always.
Chalk. That's
Fine.
chalk.
What the hell is he doing? He
That's
should have
chalk.
played.
Injury. It's football. Of course he could get injured. So these guys shouldn't play in the national championship game playoffs? What are we talking about? It's the same thing.
It's a little different.
Not really. It's still college football. If you're worried about making money, it's still just the college football.
It's different.
Garrett Nussmeier, 395 yards, 3 TDs, 31 for 45. That's a great game, Nussmeier.
Garrett the
game.
God. That's what they're going to start calling him now.
Garrett the God?
He's
It's not as good
Garrett
as
the
Chalky
God.
T.
okay.
Not as good as Chalky T. NFL games were good yesterday.
were
The playoffs are starting to roll into shape.
Trying to figure out where everybody's going.
Cowboys have a chance to fall backwards into a division title. That's how bad they should have lost to the Lions.
They should have lost to the Lions. I'm glad they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I was watching my two children play each other because I'm a Lions fan
You love the
now.
Lions. But the Lions
But
already
then-
won their division.
But then when the Lions almost won, I was very pissed off. So
Sure.
I 100% wanted the Cowboys to win that game.
The Cowboys looked like the Cowboys in that game. Big game. Dak showed up.
Mhm.
Big game Dak, they're calling him. He's a lot like
He's not like playoff
P.
Playoff
Big game
P.
D. Big game Dak showed up. One of those picks was like, what was that? Why did you
Yeah.
throw that? It's like, Dak, get it together, bro. Big game McCarthy showed up. Terrible. That
Oh
team
my
was coached
gosh.
so bad, made so many dumb mistakes. It's like, what are you guys doing? They called a timeout in the first quarter because they
It's
didn't
like-
have their shit together. Like, that's bad coaching.
That is really bad coaching. The first quarter, you're going to
Terrible.
need
It was like
those.
2 minutes into the game. It was like
Yeah.
they're calling a timeout. Like, that's
Just
terrible
before
coaching.
I even tuned in then.
Yeah, you didn't even know that happened. Did
No,
you
I
not know that
didn't.
happened? Yeah.
No,
They called a
'cause
timeout
I
with like
hadn't
13
tuned in
minutes
quite
left in
yet.
the first quarter.
Yikes.
What a joke that team is. I have no
Yikes.
confidence in that team in the playoffs.
Oh, God.
The
no.
Niners would kill them. I think the Lions beat them. I think the Rams beat them. Packers beat them.
I was just going to say, if they have to play the Packers that first
And then they
round,
just
I would be
lose to-
so pissed.
Oh, shit. Seattle beats them. I think all the teams that are going to make the playoffs beat them.
Yeah.
It's my prediction.
Except the Eagles will not beat them. The Eagles been looking like shit.
Yeah, there might be as bad as the Cowboys.
Yeah. The Cowboys should have beat the Eagles
Twice.
in Philly. Yes. 100%. They
Cowboys
just
have no run game whatsoever.
no.
They should have
They
kept
should have
Zeke.
kept Zeke.
Idiots.
Yes.
They need a guy that can
exactly.
pound it a little for the playoffs.
And then it gives
Pollard don't got it in him.
No, he's not a pounder. He's like a third down back.
Yeah. That was his perfect place to be.
Yeah.
It was perfect for him. It ruined his career and it ruined the Cowboys season. They're going to win the division. Is going to they could easily lose to Washington next week. Easily. Easily.
Yeah.
You're making a face like it's not possible.
It could definitely
It's
happen.
beyond
They-
possible. They almost won yesterday.
I know they lost to some shit teams, so yeah.
Washington can put up points, and they're playing better than the Cowboys right now. I would take. I can't think of his name. The quarterback they got.
His name is Sam Howell.
Yeah, I'd take Sam Howell over Dak any day of the week.
Would you?
Tara, I hate Dak.
I know you would. I know you
I
would.
hate him. The fact that he was gonna had MVP, like they were acting like he could be MVP like 3 weeks ago, like morons.
Yeah.
He came to play. He dacked it out. It is obviously it's Lamar's MVP.
Yes.
That's over now after yesterday.
Most
Dominated. He was already the favorite, and then he dominated.
The
He probably
last 2 games have just been insane.
I would
how
imagine
much
he
they've
doesn't
dominated.
play this week
He shouldn't.
because they're wrapped up for first place. So I don't or first overall. So I don't
Yeah.
think there's any reason for him to pay. So I think he's MVP. I don't know who could catch him. Nobody.
Nobody.
It's over.
Nobody. Yeah.
Lamar MVP.
He's been insane the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. I love Lamar.
I do too.
Can they do it in
He's
the
fun to
playoffs?
watch.
We shall see.
We gotta see. We gotta see. Will
We
he
shall
be
see.
playoff P? Will he be playoff L?
Playoff L. Come on, you got some. Those are bad. That's bad.
Will he be
Playoff-
Lamar the subpar? Probably.
late season Lamar? I call
Yeah,
him.
late season.
Nice try though. You tried.
I will.
Late season Lamar.
Late season Lamar.
Will late season Lamar show up or be late season Lamar of the past? We shall see. He hasn't even played that bad in my opinion. In
No.
these games they've lost. He's
He's had nothing to help him out, and he's gotten injured. And
But he's got some. They're ready and raring. They look good. They're playing better than anybody.
oh yeah,
Better than anyone. So
their defense is awesome.
yeah,
Lamar is awesome.
Lamar, late season Lamar, MVP Lamar, his second MVP. It's gonna be. That's crazy.
I know he's so young.
Yeah, he's gonna have as
could
many.
My prediction is he's gonna get in season and Super Bowl MVP this year.
Oh, is that your 2024 prediction?
Yep, it's one of my 2024 predictions.
All right, guys. Any more NFL stuff from yesterday that you caught your eye?
I'm trying to think.
We can do an end of the season thing, kind of wrap up if we want next week. For bigger picture stuff, if we'd like. And playoff predictions. We haven't done a pick in weeks. We're doing picks for the playoffs. We just were doing so bad that we gave up. We abandoned
had
it.
to.
You got to give up. You can't keep betting when you're just on that cold of a streak. Start again next year. Start anew.
Yeah, you got to start it.
2024 is the year of MELLONfights.
You gotta
69,
call it
baby.
Yes.
Anything?
No, I pretty much talked about everything I wanted to.
Any other sports stuff?
No.
Hmm.
Oh, Russell got benched. That was kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, they're handling that really poorly.
Yeah, real poorly. I'm like, God, I
He's
hate
like-
Sean Payton.
Yeah, he's a loser.
It's like, really, you needed to bench him, and then they're all talking about how they had to because if he got injured, they'd have to pay him and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, well,
Well, college football playoff starts tonight at 4 o'clock. It'll start actually while we're doing this.
yep.
Who's winning? You got Michigan, Alabama, Washington, Oregon. Nope. Washington, Texas.
Texas.
Michigan, Alabama, and Washington, Texas. Who you got?
Of the
Come on.
two, like,
Nope.
I
Do it
have
all the way,
just
all the way through.
all the way through.
All the way through. Who wins the championship? Who beats who in the championship?
Washington beats Alabama.
Oh my God. Tough call. I think that Texas beats Michigan.
Ooh, fun. Let's see.
Texas
who is
beats
right.
Michigan. I don't like that pick, but Texas beats Michigan. That's my pick. Weird
Ooh, and
pick.
then Texas would have the volleyball national championship and
Everyone's been clamoring about that. They've been talking
Oh,
about that
really?
for weeks. No.
oh
Nobody's been talking about that.
well,
What are you
and the
talking about?
football. Who knows? They won volleyball.
Do you see FSU, Florida State, like everybody sat out of their bowl game and they lost 63-3.
Oh yikes!
Yeah. They lost 63-3 to Georgia and their quarterback sat out. Like,
Was that like a
everybody
fuck you?
sat out. Yeah, I think it was part of it.
Yeah.
It was like, why would we play in this game? But I think if they had any balls, they would have played, tried to win, and then be like, look, we're the national championships.
Yeah.
I think it's a mistake. If that was a fuck you, because no one was impressed by it. No one's like, oh, look at it.
No.
Everyone's like, duh, look how bad you were. You lost
Yeah.
by 60.
Yeah, that is a dumb way of doing it. I would have
Yeah.
went and crushed.
Go play and try to win. Go
Who'd they
14-0 and be like, Georgia.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
prove it.
Go out and beat them.
Yeah.
You know, if you
'Cause
beat
if
them,
they-
and then you can be like, we're the national champion. You guys left us out.
Right, especially because Georgia was up in that top four most of the season, and you're not gonna go and try to beat them and show that
Well-
you are as dominant as you are.
Well, Tara, by your logic, they should have sat out because of injuries. So actually, they all did the right thing. In fact, they all did the right thing. They all were a bunch of them transferred as well. Big transfer portal. They all got out of there because
no respect.
Because there's no respect, I guess, for the ACC. But whatever. Everything's gonna be so different next year. We have no idea what it's gonna be like next year.
Yeah.
To transfer now is like, why are you transferring now? Florida State's in the playoff next year. At that rate, like, what are you doing? I don't know. Stupid.
Huh.
All right, 1989. It's the 89th episode. Tara, we did some 1989 stuff, but before we did that, I had Tara watch something. One of my number two, I think it was, for my 1988 Bloodsport. So we're back. We're a little behind. We were thought about a couple 89 movies. We couldn't find the right one. Tara basically only wanted to watch Weekend at Bernie's, but I wasn't paying $8 for Weekend at Bernie's because it's not that good of a movie. It's fun, but both of us paying $8 for it seemed real stupid.
Yeah.
We have 12 listeners, Tara.
I know.
Much more than $1 a listener.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we didn't watch it because I loved Bloodsport.
Yeah, you did. Miranda, not so much. What? She was like not feeling it, and I'm like, I know for a fact Tara's digging this because it's awesome.
Yes.
Could
Are we
you see why
talking Bloodsport?
We're going straight to Bloodsport.
Okay.
Bloodsport, 1989, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. Tara, loved Bloodsport. Love to hear it.
Loved it.
Love to hear it. What do you got for me?
I'm really surprised you didn't love it. Because it was like one of those just like super. So the acting was so bad, but it was so good.
How about the first half
so
of the movie?
Oh my God, that first half of the movie.
Where it's like the kid that's playing
The
Van Damme. I'm sorry.
Yes, I feel like
wild.
I seriously feel like John Silver was doing the voiceover for
Well, she basically checked out during that first part because it was so bad. I'm like, no.
Oh my gosh, it was
the first part is bad, but it's funny.
It was so bad. Like even when he was being trained and like his like trainer was just standing still and was like just kind of swiping
slowly
and Jean-Claude was like
him.
And like falling over like he was getting his ass kicked. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. And it was a long like little montage of him training.
The movie is basically a montage. The whole movie.
Yeah.
The only time it's not a montage is when he's trying to fuck and when he's getting chased by the feds.
Yes. Exactly.
Or whatever they are, military police.
Yeah.
We'll get to all that. But yeah, so the movie starts with just a montage of fighters around the world kicking ass.
Yeah.
Like just kicking ass.
And
you don't know anything about they're not giving you any, they're not telling you why, they're just showing it.
And it's all different types of kicking ass. It's not the same kicking ass. There's some karate. There's some just like strong ass dudes like crushing shit. Some guys like on the ground doing like crawly fights.
Right. Yeah, that's problematic.
Well, isn't it a type of like capoeira?
No, apparently not.
Oh.
Apparently not. It's like something they made up for it. Yeah.
Sweet.
It's like very much like not a real thing.
Yep.
The way he was fighting.
Okay.
Like
then the guy that did
jumping into the trees and karate chopping coconuts. They're not even coconuts that are part of the tree for real. They're like tied up there.
Yeah. And then like this guy that did all the knuckle things.
Oh yeah, people fight like that. People like
knuckles.
to fight like that, and like UFC, like guys think they're badasses that fight like that. And you get to see just badasses. So yeah, that's the first scene, and the next scene is the longest flashback in the history of time.
It was forever. I was like, oh God.
Miranda's like, is this still the flashback? And I'm like, yeah. So he walks into this, it's Tanaka's house. You don't really know who Tanaka, you don't know that yet. But he walks in. He's like, all right, are you here? I'll go get him. And then there's this flashback that starts of him, and jumps to him as a kid and his friends breaking in to steal a katana.
Sword, yeah.
And it's like the worst acting in the history.
Oh
it's like all dubbed over. It's super weird.
Like I said, it was like John Silver was dubbing it.
Yeah, it was so bizarre. Like all the early stuff is like got weird dubbed shit in it. And then afterwards it's not dubbed at all, but that first part was so awkward and strange. And the kid that plays him is so bad.
so bad.
He has like no energy.
No.
I don't think they even show him fight at all.
No, he just keeps getting his butt kicked by
Yeah.
his son.
Oh yeah,
Tanaki's son.
that's awesome when his kid runs in and just kicks him in the gut. And
Yeah.
then he stops him. But yeah, so let me give a quick run of this. So I'll summarize that montage real quick. It's a flashback montage, by the way. So he walks in, he sees a picture of the dead son. You don't know he's dead yet, right? Isn't that what he looks at? Is the
Yes.
picture of the son? His basically like brother almost, who they were like raised, they're like trained together. But when he tries to steal the sword, he like for some reason decides he's going to let him train with him, and he helps him like basically so his son can kick his ass. But when his son is in real life, he gets his ass beat up by bullies.
Yeah, like big time.
Like big time, like they just fuck him up. And Jean Claude's character, Frank Duke, we'll get to that at the end. Did you happen to read the end, right? When it talked about Frank Duke?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure you read it. And then, so basically, it's a montage of them training. The kid dies, and then he trains. He's like, train me more. And the brother, I don't even know the brother's name. What is his name?
I don't know. Son.
I don't know either. I don't know his name. The other kid, and he's like, I'm gonna fight in the Kumite. He's like, what the fuck's that? And then so Jean Claude, after the kid dies, he trains for the Kumite. Anyway, and it's got some of the great classic scenes where he's training, where he's doing this, being split by.
Oh my gosh!
What are your favorite parts of that? Tell me your favorite parts of that. Let's just get into some of the categories. Are any of those your favorite scenes? Favorite part where he's training there?
No, but I do love the one.
Yeah, let's just talk about that. We might do this one a little different.
He has like his legs and his arms roped, and he's being pulled basically apart.
Yeah,
like doing the splits in arms, and then he lifts himself.
He like pulls himself in with his sexy core.
Yeah, and he like breaks the.
Well, let's get to that. Speaking of sexy core, let's get to that. What did you think of Jean Claude and the way he looked?
He was just a big old beef with all the muscles in all the right places.
Cut. Miranda's like, he's not that good looking.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you seen me? I can see her not thinking Jean Claude's that good looking.
She's more of a Jackson fan.
Jackson? Oh yeah,
friend.
Yeah, for sure. She was horned up for Jackson. Hold on.
Horned up for Jackson.
Miranda, were you horned up for Jackson? Jackson was the big guy in Bloodsport. I was horned up by no one, even though Jackson's basically my twin brother.
Yeah,
there's points where I'm like, am I the same size as that guy?
Hold
Maybe
on a
bigger.
Second. My heat just went on.
I don't hear it. You're fine.
Okay, good.
And if it's on it, I don't care.
Yep.
So, anyway, and then so he goes to and the other training thing that's very important is he does a lot of stuff blindfolded. He has him like training blindfolded.
Yeah,
like
giving
him tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he goes to karate, slap him in the face, and he catches it, and the mom and Tanaka. So Tanaka and Tanaka's wife like look at each other and give each other a smirk, like not so bad. This white boy, not so bad.
This American who is definitely not from America.
Right?
I'm like, okay, this is a
I'm
US
sorry.
story.
I want to fight too. I'm so sorry. That's not me
Like,
being.
I know.
That's the way he talked. It was nuts.
I know.
Anyway, so he goes to fight in the Kumite.
But first, he had to escape from the military.
He's clearly some sort of special forces in the U.S. military.
Yes.
And he had to escape, and all he had to do to escape was go in the shower. The funniest part was he's like, hey, you got to come and see the colonel, or whatever he says. I don't know which guy he is. See. And he goes, can I take a shower first before I go? He's like, no, you got to come right now. And he's like, okay. And then the next scene is him in the shower, not in the shower. It was like, what? It didn't make any sense, that part. So he escapes and he flies to Japan. And then the Kumite starts.
No,
that's basically
not Japan. China.
China. I'm sorry. It was China. No, I said Japan. So he's in China. Is it Beijing? Do we know where we are?
Hong Kong.
That's right. I can't remember. It was Hong Kong. You're right. I'm bad. So anyway, and then basically the rest of the movie is the tournament, which is what I want. An hour. It was like an hour left in the movie is when the tournament started. And that's what I need. Because the first 20 minutes of the movie was a flashback.
Uh-huh. A flashback in training.
Yep. And then the rest is, and so you're like, you get to meet Jackson, which is a big American white boy who doesn't really have any fighting skills. He just is a brute.
Yes.
He's just a brute strength kind of guy.
Yes.
They become best friends because they play a video game together.
Uh-huh.
And he beats him. He's like, "You got so bad, fella."
Yeah.
And they're best friends for life.
At first, I thought Jack was gonna hate, or
Did you think
Frank was
Jackson
gonna hate Jackson.
Did you think Jackson was gonna be the bad guy of the movie?
I thought
when
he was
first met
gonna,
him?
yeah, because he was being a creep.
No, Bolo Chang. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Bolo Young, Chong Li. One of the great movie villains of all time. All
So
time.
good.
Apparently,
He
a real
just-
piece of shit in real life too.
Really?
Yeah, apparently everyone hated him.
Well, he just wanted to kill people in this movie.
Yeah. But yeah, so it fights so Kumite is a
Underground.
underground. Yep. Well, you tell us what the Kumite is.
It's an underground tournament where people use different combats, and there's a lot of. Why are you looking at me?
Because you figured you couldn't get it. You couldn't do it. You couldn't nail it. How'd you
said
not nail it?
It was an underground fighting tournament.
Full contact.
Full contact, where you basically
stress
have
full
to be
contact.
You have to be knocked out in order for the round to be
knocked
over.
out, give up, or knocked off the platform.
Yes.
Those are the three ways you can win
or lose.
Yeah, Kumite.
Kumite.
And
And at first they were like, "Who is
Kumite.
this?
Kumite.
Who is this white guy? Who does he think he is?" He was little and young, and then he said that he was from
Trained from the Tanaka tribe.
The Tanaka tribe, and they're like, "Yeah, doubt it,
Prove it.
and then
Break a brick. He's
break
like,
a
"I can
brick."
break a brick.
He's like, "Fuck yeah, I can break a brick," but instead of the top brick, they wanted him to just break the bottom brick.
So good. And then what's he do, Tara?
He broke
fucking
the bottom.
blasts that
explodes
bottom
it.
brick to
explodes
pieces.
It.
I thought at that point Miranda might get a little drippy. It might be like, dang, this movie cool. Because that was awesome. When he breaks that,
It
and it just
was
goes,
cool.
and just shoots out.
And then
he's
Jackson's
in the
just like,
tournament.
right. And Jackson's
Meanwhile,
like,
at the same time, there's this
my buddy.
Meanwhile, at the same time, there's also laying down the groundwork. There's this reporter around town named Janice trying to find out about the Kumite. We'll talk about her more for sure.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Let's get into categories, and then we'll kind of talk about the
'Kay.
tournament. Because after that, it's just kick-ass kicking.
Kick-ass kicking.
Chong, let's set it up. Going into the tournament. Our hero, not your hero, but our hero going into the tournament is Jean-Claude.
Yes.
Chong Li is the undefeated all-time champ. Hasn't lost in like 5 years.
And last year he killed someone.
And last year he killed someone. Jackson is Jean-Claude's best bud.
Yeah.
Just a brute. And then there's a bunch of other guys that are pretty cool to watch fight. I can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going in, and it's a 3-day tournament.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get into categories, because then we can kind of talk about stuff. Go.
Do you want me to
You're the
start-
categories.
Do you want me to start with my favorite character?
Sure. Whatever. Start with the categories.
My favorite
Whatever you
character.
want.
Frank Duke.
Yeah. Frank Duke's your favorite character.
He's awesome. He's always doing the splits.
Mm-hmm.
He's loyal. Like, he didn't have to go do the Kumite, but he wanted to. He was loyal to his trainer. And he's a badass fighter.
He is a badass fighter. He's a real badass fighter. That's what you got? He's loyal. What about he does splits? He looks great.
I said he does the splits. He does the
looks great with
splits
his
all the
shirt
time.
off.
He basically meditates in the splits,
Mm-hmm.
which is wild.
Did you do a split count?
No. Did
Okay.
you?
One time when I watched it with someone, let's do the split count. I think it was somewhere around 6 times he does the splits in it.
My favorite was
7.
when he's
What was your favorite
fighting-
splits?
When he's fighting and he gets pulled down into the splits. No, not that one. My favorite one is when he's doing the splits and he's like looking over the city and he's just like doing his meditation.
You're talking about the one where he kicks and they grab his leg and they pull and he comes down.
Yeah,
And he
I
splits.
like that
You
one
know, my
too.
least favorite splits is when he does the splits and punches the guy in the dick.
Oh.
I'm like rude.
Rude. Yeah.
Disqualified.
Rude. I was like, I feel like that's not allowed.
I'm like, DQ that.
And
Why are they always kicking each other in the balls?
And it wasn't like just like a little. It was like all
a full uppercut to the cock.
Uppercut
to the cock. It took down the biggest dude. The dude was gonna beat him if he didn't punch him in the dick.
So yeah, he had to do it, but it just wasn't.
I think my favorite splits is when he's doing it on the chairs and he got so low. Like they were like mega split. They were like splits on steroids.
Yeah.
The one where he is doing it over all of Hong Kong, looking all over the building. I don't know how he got up there, who led him up to the top of that building, but he's nailing it.
But I don't even care because it was the sexiest part too.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. It wasn't when we got a little butt cheek show.
That was good too.
He got pretty good booty.
Yeah,
he looked good nude.
He's like all muscle.
He was not afraid to get his butt in a movie.
No. In fact, he demanded it.
He demanded it. Where's my ass? Next.
My least favorite character, Janice. If she was just trying to get a story, and then she was like trying to get it on with Frank, and then she turns into a little narc,
narky bitch.
Tells the U.S. people.
She tells the Hong Kong police.
She tells the Hong Kong police, which then they go to the
Kumite. They were never going to shut the Kumite down, though.
No.
They basically like, fine, we'll help you stop this guy from doing it.
And then he was like, I'm Frank Dukes. Like, there is no way you're going to, like, stop me from doing this because I told Tanake that I was going to do it.
Yeah.
And then he beats up an entire police force.
Yeah.
And then he just goes in. And then Janice then all of a sudden becomes the biggest fangirl again. And is like sitting front row, like getting winks from Frank.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Frank,
what the hell?
Doing? Don't be such a simp. Janice wasn't even that hot. She wasn't even that hot.
No.
How about young Forrest Whitaker as one of the military police?
I liked it.
But I really liked that scene. Did you talk about the scene where they chase him around Hong Kong at all?
No.
Okay. That scene was really fun. The first time they try to arrest him. And they got these. They have these fucking
like stun guns.
No, yeah, they're what are they called? Tasers, but they're the size of like I don't know.
Huge.
They're massive. They look like giant fleshlights. It's like they're gonna fleshlight.
It does.
Then they chase him around on the boats and shit, and he's just fucking with them. He's just toying with them. It's a beautiful thing. He's running around fast in like a full suit, looking cool. He was dressed sort of business cash, not as business cash as me, but he looked good. So Janice is a piece of shit.
She
gets boned by him. And I was first I thought that she fell in love because he gave it to her good. And then I realized she's just trying to get that shitty story.
Yes, exactly.
But then he won't help her. No, but I don't know if no, I think she did just fall in love so much. He boned her down so hard that she's like, I got to go to the police.
Yeah.
So he can't fight. I can't have him dying.
Because she ended up because he would not take her to the Kumite. He's like, no.
No, I'm not taking
come.
You. But she found some other.
She found some rich,
some Chinese
businessman,
guy, like someone from China.
That was like going because they're like it was a tournament, but there was a lot of fans there betting.
Yeah, it was illegal. It's illegal for sure.
Yes,
Kumite. So she wanted a big story about it. And she was there when Jackson gets his ass fucked up.
Yeah.
By Chong Li, he like basically tries to kill him.
Yeah,
and that's
why
curb
stomps him.
So that's when Janice decides she needs to tell the police, like a little narky bitch.
Yeah, because
with bad
she said,
hair, the whole movie,
oh,
terrible
so
hair.
bad. It was like a helmet
every
on
scene,
her.
Every scene was like your hair's shittier than the last.
So bad. The last scene was
God, she looked like shit. Not even hot. Get a hotter chick to play that girl. Guess you had to buy her as a journalist. I don't know. What's the next category?
Iconic scene.
Mm-hmm. What do you think it is?
I think it's when Chong Li opens up the pill during their final fight, and he takes the powder in the pill and throws it into Frank's eyes.
Say Jean-Claude. Don't give Frank that much. Say Frank. Or don't say Frank. Say Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude's eyes.
Frank Duke doesn't deserve that respect.
And he can't see, and all of the blindfolding training comes to fruition, and he knows what to do.
Like what great 80s movie scene where he's just like, ah!
But then he's
so,
like, wait, I
yeah, and he
trained for
closes his eyes.
this.
Fuck yeah.
I trained for this.
And he just fucking destroys it. When he's doing that leg swoop over and over again, and then he finally connects. Oh, man, that movie's
But
awesome.
also, I'm like, all right, Chong-Li, you really couldn't fight him? Like, why were you so bad at fighting at that point?
Because Chong-Li was killing people. Chong-Li
like,
was, everyone he fought, he tried to murder.
Yes. And like
It was
the
awesome.
guy
And then he did murder. After
yes.
Jackson, he murdered the guy, the final four, the guy he fought, he killed.
Yes. And he was still like, and everyone like stopped.
The way he celebrated. Next.
My favorite scene, I just said all the fight montages that you get to see the people training in the beginning, and then the different
whole tournament.
file. Then you see him in the tournament, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I remember him!" And this is awesome.
I felt like there was matches that, like when Jean-Claude broke the record for Kumite time, I felt like there was matches later that were faster.
I know,
like the one giant dude that really big black dude he fought, and then he just kicked him like off of it.
Yeah.
That was faster. That was the fastest fight. It just was. He kicked him twice and he fell off of it. So I don't know.
The broken leg was disgusting.
That was fun. That was fun.
Ugh.
It looked real.
It did.
It looked real.
It was creepy.
It was fun. Next.
I said I already told you the sexy scenes. Tara scene when Chong-Li kills the guy.
It was hard for you to watch.
I hated it because you knew he was gonna kill him because he was already down and he went in for the
I feel like he killed him like 4 times.
I know.
He's kept doing things. I'm like, I think he's already dead. And then he punched him in the face from inches away. And then he broke his neck. And then he broke his neck again, I think.
Yeah.
On the way down. It was Chong-Li was a real good movie villain.
Yeah.
Awesome movie villain. Way better than the guy in Over the Top.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't watch Over the Top. I keep forgetting.
The last, I said the best fight was the last fight, or the weird knuckle guy.
Why didn't they raise?
I don't know.
They do that fun? Have that the whole time.
Yeah, because that was fun. There was
cool when they had the raised platform for the fight. It just looked cooler. It was cinematic. They really did a lot of good stuff for that last fight. It was really cool. No yawning.
Sorry.
Next.
We already talked about the hero and the villains. And then the message, I said train with Tanaka and you'll be able to win the Kumite.
Wait, who's the hero and the villains? No, he didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, he didn't. I just said that's who it's supposed to be.
Oh.
I don't agree with that. The villain of the movie is Janice's stupid ass.
Well, she's not the villain. She's just the worst character. The villain is the villain is.
She's a little ratty ass bitch.
She's not the villain because she is not killing people.
Chong-Li is a product of his environment. And Janice is a spoiled American living in China, trying to squash the native traditions.
Kumite.
She's a piece of shit.
No.
Kumite is a great song. Kumite. There's a stretch of like 3 songs in a row that are awesome in the music. How good is the music in it?
So good. 80s.
Because it's so 80s and bad and awesome all at the same time. I argue that Janice is the villain of the movie. And I think that Helmer and Rollins, Forrest Whitaker and the old dude are the heroes because they see their ways and they let Frank Dukes fight in the final match of the Kumite. They just let it happen.
What were they going to do?
I don't know.
What were they going to do?
I love that they just had tasers. Why did they need that guy back so bad? Like, what was he up to?
They didn't want him to get injured, is what they said.
I know, but what did they need him for? What was he up to?
I don't know.
What was the message?
I didn't know. The message is...
Come on. You couldn't come up with anything better than if you train with Tanaka, you'll win the Kumite?
I mean, he's the best.
He's not the best. It's Jean-Claude's the best.
But he taught Jean-Claude.
So what? It's Jean-Claude.
I would say
The kid was not as good as. I bet his son wasn't as good as him.
he might have been.
I don't think so. I think the message was, you don't mess with America, baby, because they can take down Kumite. That's the message.
Okay.
What do you rank it? I don't have a message. No, the message is, don't put your nose where it doesn't belong, Janice. That's don't put your nose where it doesn't belong, because it ain't going to get you nowhere, because guess what? You're just going to get stepped on. Men are going to step at the table and they're going to fight anyway, Janice. Keep your little bitch hands to yourself.
Yeah, you really
Janice.
think you're going to, like, you really think that you're going to stop the Kumite?
Kumite? It's like legendary and like historic.
Like,
and
who
been going on
are
for
you?
500 years.
I'm going to start
like
calling
that.
people Janices instead of
Oh,
Karens.
you're what a Janice.
What a Janice.
No doubt.
God.
Way worse than a Karen. Karens are like mentally unstable. That's what a Karen. Karens can't help themselves. Their brain is on fire. A Janice is just a little. Janice is putting their nose where it doesn't belong, using her white privilege to get what she doesn't deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Janice.
Fuck her.
What do you rate this bad boy?
I rate it 4 growing tears and a busted bottom brick.
Why growing tears?
Because if you're trying to do that many splits, you're gonna tear your
I think
groin.
I just think it's probably a. I think it's probably a bottom brick and just splits. I think it's 7 splits.
7 splits and a busted bottom brick.
7. There's no tears. He's so stretched out. He's great. Why are you yawning so much? What are we doing?
I'm having some issues with my tooth.
So you're yawning?
Yeah. Because I'm not
That's the
breathing.
weirdest.
Because I'm not breathing. It's like hurting me all of a sudden.
All right. Well, let's get going then. We're already 50 minutes in. We haven't done any 1989. That was Bloodsport. Came out in 19. Well, this will be a good little quick thing. Hold on. This will get us into 1989, Tara. I really am bummed we're not sitting next to each other.
I know. That was so
It's
fun.
better. Yeah, because you were more willing just to start talking when we're next to each other. Hold on. So I just want to say that this led to something. Bloodsport. I don't know if you noticed it, but following year, 1989, another karate tournament movie called Best of the Best came out. Also, a movie called Kickboxer starring Van Damme came out. And then one more movie came out called Blood Fist. So Bloodsport led to those 3 doozies coming out in 1989. Did any of them make your 1989 list?
No.
Mine either.
I haven't seen
What
any of them.
did make your 1989 list, though? It was hard. Tara, I have like 30 things written down.
I have a lot written down too. And I thought that there could be 2 autos.
I don't know.
Shit.
We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
Well, then I have to finagle this.
Well, you don't know what I'm going to put for an auto. You can't plan the auto, though we did know Diadu was going to happen. Well, is one of your autos Christmas Vacation?
Yes.
I don't have it on my list because I thought it would be an auto. Christmas Vacation. We just watched it for Christmas. Christmas Vacation. Auto Hall of Fame. Christmas Vacation 1989. I don't know your second one.
Okay.
So, but I think Christmas Vacation is a for sure.
All right.
All right. Let's hear your number 5. Tara, I have so fucking many.
I know.
All
Well,
right. What's your number 5, 1989?
well, then I need to put one of these in.
Okay, put it at where you think it belongs, and we'll see what happens with it. If we both have it, maybe it'll belong there. Mine's tough.
You know what? I'm not putting it in.
Okay, it doesn't make your list.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it.
So you think it's an auto and doesn't make your list? I mean, Christmas Vacation wasn't on my list, so I guess that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, what's your number 5, 1989 thing?
The
MELLONfights top 5. MELLONfights top 3 plus 5. Top 5 things of 1989. Top 5 things of 1989.
My number 5 is you got what I need.
Yeah. Bismarcky.
You say he's
you
just a friend.
Just a friend.
Just a friend.
Was the last thing I added to my top 5 because I realized it at the last minute that it was part of 89. So that was my number 4. So it's on both of our lists. That's pretty good.
It's such a
It's not
good
I don't want to
song.
call it an auto,
No, that's
I
not the
wouldn't
one I
call
was
it
going
an
to
auto.
call auto.
But it does belong on there.
Yes.
It's my number. I'll call it my number 5. We'll do it as number 5 for both of us.
Okay.
Biz Marquis, Just a Friend. Oh, baby,
You got what I need.
What?
But you say he just a friend. Oh,
What?
But you say he just a friend. Oh, baby, you.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is when I wake up in the morning and
It's weird. We're going to have a very similar top 5. Saved by the Bell is
Saved by
number
the Bell.
4 on my list. Saved by the Bell.
It's
raised
so
us.
good. It raised
I almost
us.
thought it could end up being an auto. I actually did thought that could be our auto, to be honest. But was that one of them?
No.
Oh, you didn't put it on your top 5, right?
No. It raised
Right.
us. It was so good.
It had Zach Morris. Everyone wanted to be Zach Morris. It had Kelly Kapowski. Every boy had a crush on Kelly Kapowski. Did every girl have a crush on Zach Morris?
I think so.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They're probably the most crushed upon duo on TV. Tara, here's what I'm going to say about this year. So many things came out. Movies, TV shows that I loved. And I think this is when it started to turn. When they're just were putting out so much stuff and so much stuff that was decent. The machine, the Hollywood machine just started pumping it out.
Well, and the
especially for
first
younger
season
people.
had Miss Bliss on it, too.
Fuck that season. Fuck that season. Well, I keep getting to do it. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is American Gladiators.
I had it as an honorable mention. I didn't have it in my top 5.
I freaking loved it. Watched it
American
like every
Gladiators.
single day. It was so good.
Mm-hmm. I shouldn't have put I skipped my number 5. It was dumb because this guy is going to be too high. American Gladiators. We'll go back to American Gladiators first. American Gladiators. We're still talking it. Go.
It was so good. I mean, all these beefy ass gladiators and then these people challenging them.
It was
And
dangerous.
it was super dangerous, but it was like one of those things where as a kid, you're like, I want to go do all those things that they're doing.
The stuff
it was
we
like what
do our
kids-
own made up versions of it at home.
Uh-huh.
American Gladiators was amazing. These dudes were jacked. These ladies were jacked.
And then like now as like an adult, like seeing those people, like how, like even like the challengers, like doing the rings and stuff and doing all these things that like not normal people can do.
Yeah, like the challengers were pretty good athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty dang good athletes. Yeah, I loved American Gladiators. I loved reruns of American Gladiators. It was never the same. They tried to reboot it a couple of times. Never quite came back the same. There's a couple documentaries about it that came out last year. Last year now, I guess.
Yeah.
That are worth watching if you haven't watched either of them. One's a series on ESPN, or one was a one-off on ESPN, I think, and one was on Netflix. It was a little series. Did you watch either of them?
No, but someone was telling me about them and how like sad they were.
My number 5. I'm gonna go back to number 5. My number 5 is actually Danny Radcliffe. Danny Radcliffe, 1989, July 23rd birthday. Shares a birthday with the one and only pod host Mr. Mellon Drew.
Oh God.
But Daniel Radcliffe is my number 5 thing from 1989.
Yeah, he was on my list of honorable mentions. He almost made my number 5, and then I put Just a Friend.
My list is massive. So, what is your number 2, 1985? Oh, but Radcliffe, Harry Potter. I don't care about Harry Potter. I only care about Danny Radcliffe.
My number 2 is Polly Pockets.
Polly Pocket. I saw it. Not on my number 2.
No, I loved it so much. It was probably my favorite toy I had. I had so many of them. And it's funny because like people started talking about like, oh, all my old Polly Pockets are like worth stuff, and not mine. This girl played with the Polly Pockets.
Yeah, how is a Polly Pocket
other
shit?
I lost.
Yeah, we also
stuff.
and I also would play with them too, and like I don't know how those would be worth anything. How are you not playing with them so hard that they're broken?
Exactly.
Losers. That's why. Polly Pocket was cool. They were fun. It was a fun little idea. Smart idea.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
It's like a small version. It was basically a dollhouse that was handheld.
Yes. And then they made them like a newer version of them, but they were big. It's like, no, they
Yeah,
need to be these
stupid.
tiny little things.
Yep. It basically was the girl version of what it came out that same year. Not on my list, but the Game Boy handheld video games. Girls had
Yes.
handheld doll houses, basically, is what that was. My number 2, 1989 thing. So one of mine gets kicked off, I guess. I fucked this up somehow. My number 2 is Seinfeld. Seinfeld is my show. I've seen it probably more than any other show. It set up it changed sitcoms forever. And Friends, your little Friends show, Miranda, doesn't exist without fucking Seinfeld. So take a hike, Monica Bing. I thought that was pretty respectful that I gave her the Bing last name. She's Bing by the end. So Seinfeld.
I thought Seinfeld could have been like an auto, but then I started thinking about it. I'm like,
I think it probably should be an auto 1989, but I didn't think it would be on your list, so I didn't auto it.
Well, I autoed it because I was like, just feel like it's Seinfeld.
Yeah, we could auto it. I'm willing. We don't have an auto. Oh, we have Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
We can only do one. Let's
Okay.
do one.
Well, then Christmas
Let's
Vacation.
between Christmas Vacation and Seinfeld. I think Christmas Vacation just because more people.
Yeah.
Because it's a holiday thing. It's a little more tradition.
Yeah, and
So
it's awesome.
Let's stick with Christmas Vacation. But Seinfeld is awesome. Jerry, Kramer, George,
Elaine.
I'm trying to think.
Putty.
Putty. Soup Nazi.
Mr. and Mrs.
Newman.
Costanza.
The Costanzas.
The
Stillers.
Seinfelds.
Seinfeld. Great show. One of the first shows where it like wrapped it all up. Like every story. It was like people try to do that for years after that. Wrap everything up like in multiple storylines. Twisting and turning together. Loved it. Love it still to this day.
Yeah.
Tara, what's your number 1 1989 thing? Just this song?
No. Yeah, just that. Just that. Yes.
Beautiful note, Drew, there at the end.
That was beautiful. The Little Mermaid. It was
one. Good
so
pick for you.
good. I loved it. The music was good. The movie was good. It's like still one of the best animated movies. And I loved it.
Yeah. Little Mermaid's good. Did you watch the live action one yet?
No. Have you?
Racist.
No, I'm not.
Tara hasn't watched the live action Little Mermaid. I haven't. Can I be honest? I've watched like none of the live action.
I haven't
Disney
either.
movies.
I
don't give a
one.
fuck. I'm trying to think if I've seen any of them. No, I didn't watch Beauty and the Beast. I didn't watch Lion King.
I did watch Lion King on a plane.
How was it?
It was good.
I haven't watched any of the live action ones. Not Mulan.
Well, it's like
So
Lion King's not really live action because it's not
It's
real
animated.
lion.
yeah, but still.
But it has more of that vibe.
They did Aladdin. They did like all of them.
Did they do Aladdin?
I've seen none of them. They did Aladdin. Yeah, remember the genie is Will Smith. What was that face? Who am I? Will Smith. Who's this fat boy? Tara, my number 1 1989 thing, drafted in 1989, Barry Sanders.
Oh.
Barry Sanders is my favorite thing from 1989. He enters the NFL and never stops kicking ass for 10 years.
He was so
Barry
good.
Sanders.
So good.
Love Barry Sanders.
That's a good one.
Barry Sanders is on my wall. I'm looking at him right now. So he's an auto for me, but Barry Sanders.
That's a good one.
1989. My number 1 1989 thing is Barry Sanders entering the NFL.
I thought you were going to call him Barry Ann Sanders.
What's your number 1? What was your number 1?
The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, maybe say it's my number 1.
My number
Get excited
1.
about it. Get
I
excited.
was.
You a little too long. Just say it. Say it. Just say it.
My number 1 overall is.
Why are you ruining my life? You love to make things unusable.
It's my
So
number
instead,
1.
when I do a clip show at the end of the year, all it's going to be is Tara saying jizz and fart again. Because she just, nothing succinct ever.
Okay, I'll do it.
I repeat stuff all the time on purpose.
I'll get better. My number one overall is The Little Mermaid. Ariel, Sebastian, Ursula. They're all amazing.
But she won't watch the live action because she hates it. She hates that they got a non-white in there.
A black mermaid? Who's ever heard of a black mermaid? God, people are so stupid.
People really did care.
People did care.
Were they pissed that Will Smith was the genie because he's black?
No, because they blue-faced him.
Genies can
They
be black. People
blue-faced
know
him.
they did blue face him. You're right. He blue faced. He was blue faced. That's true. That was 1989, Tara. That was pretty good. 1989.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, we're not done. We got our honorable mentions.
Oh, there's so many. You know what? I took off my headband and my tooth stopped hurting. I think it was like squeezing a nerve that was like pushing it into my tooth.
Hold on. 2024 is going off with a little squirt of beers.
Oh, God. A police officer is coming into my building.
Apartment?
There's 2 police cars here.
Oh, wow. You're probably doing illegal potty.
Uh-oh.
You're treating it like illegal. All right. I have so many honorable mentions. I'll name a few, and then I'll let you name. How many do you think you have?
I've got a lot. I
got damn near 20 more.
I think I do too.
All right. So a couple movies that I thought might make our list. Pet Sematary.
Yep. It's on my honorable mention.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yep.
Roadhouse.
Mm-hmm. So good.
Weekend at Bernie's. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
I haven't seen that one.
I asked you that and you didn't respond. I was going to have you watch that. It's a great movie.
The 3rd cop car just showed up.
There might be some sort of thing going on. Keep us updated.
Yeah,
if it's weird.
I'm going to do a quick little... I'm going to open up my blind so I can see.
Okay.
Well, a pet.
All right. I'll name the more movies. No, I'll wait for her. Tara's walking over to the door. I can't see her anymore. What do you guys think's going on out there? There's 3 cops. It's Oregon, Wisconsin. It's probably nothing. Or there's some sort of domestic dispute in this apartment complex, which hopefully is not the case. Or there's an active shooter. I don't know. Tara, there's not an active shooter, is there?
I hope not.
I don't know how they'd even let you guys know. You'd probably hear gunshots, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish the movies quick. Tango and Cash. Batman, 1989. Awesome movie. Troop Beverly Hills.
Yep, I got that one.
And Major League.
Did you say Ghostbusters 2?
No.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Oh, I did. I forgot about that. That could be an auto. That could be an auto.
That movie's so
Putting
good.
it auto. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Let's see.
I had seen it when I first.
I was trying to see if I have any more. Nope.
Okay. You can do the next round of stuff. What do you got for TV? Were there any other TV shows that you didn't?
Oh, yeah. I've got quite a few TV shows.
I've
got Family Matters.
Mm-hmm. I just had Urkel.
Tales
I'm an Urkel guy.
Tales from the Crypt.
You love Tales from the Crypt?
I loved it. I
didn't know that about you.
Because it was always on.
You don't like scary stuff.
Yes, I do. It was always on USA Up all night.
Yeah. Okay.
Chip and Dale, the Rescue Rangers.
Didn't make my list even as an honorable mention. I did like it, but I was is it that good?
I loved it. America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yes, I had that. Awesome.
So good.
Still on TV for some reason, though. Stop it.
When it had Bob Saget,
I've seen these videos.
It would have like the people in the background, like in a different room, like pretending to watch the show, and then it would like go. Yeah. So good.
Oh yeah, OG. Now it's terrible.
Want to hear something insane though? Now I get motion sickness watching some of it, where I start to feel dizzy because of all the bouncing cameras.
Okay.
Yep. The Mickey Mouse Club. I didn't really watch it, but it really shaped a lot of people that we grew up with. And
that's not what we're doing here, though.
But I liked it.
All right.
Milo and Otis.
Crazy movie.
That's a movie.
Loved that movie as a kid.
Okay, that's it.
Some things we missed. The Simpsons started in 1989.
Not on my list.
Something we used to watch though a lot.
Yeah.
Did you not? We watched it all the time.
Another cops here.
I wonder what's going on out there.
I don't know.
Other things from 1989.
Um.
Simpsons, we didn't say, but Simpsons was huge. Hey Dude, come on.
Hey, dude.
You didn't say Tiny Toons? Are you dumb? Tiny
On mine
Toons.
it said the 90s. It said 1990.
I pulled up 1989 and it gave the list of everything came out in
Mine
1989.
too.
Tiny
Was
Toons
it was it on IMDb? Because
Couldn't tell you.
it
Which one?
said 1989 and then I was going through it and then it said 1990, so I crossed it off.
I don't know. Hey Dude, though?
No.
What about Rescue 911?
Oh my god, I loved Rescue 911.
What an insane show.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird cop propaganda show, honestly. Yeah, Rescue 911, guys, if you've never seen it, it was hosted by Willie Shat, right?
No, was it?
Yeah.
Huh.
That was the kind of the best part of it. Was William Shatner hosted it. William Shatner hosted Rescue 911. How many was it?
I forgot.
And they'd do reenactments. They'd have a 911 call and they'd reenact what happened before the 911 call, and then they'd have it happen, and then they'd play the 911 call.
Literally,
it was nuts.
Shit still haunts me to this day. Where like the one where the little boy has his shoelace gets caught in the escalator, and he like starts getting sucked under it. Yeah,
but no one ever died except for once. And it was a kid that he was huffing gas, paint, or something, and died. Otherwise, it was basically like, hey, don't do drugs, you'll die. Yeah. But they always saved the day in all the other ones. It was a wild show. So they had reenactments of something that actually happened, and then there'd be a 911.
And I feel like they were good reenactments, not like not like the ones you'd see on like ID channel, like
right. I'd like to see some more episodes of it. It was wild. Couple of wild cards that weren't things like that. Oh, a couple other song things. I had Dr. Feelgood as a song as in my list of 5 for a minute. I loved Dr. Feelgood.
It was such a family song.
I also had for a song I had Wild Thing by Tone Loc. Come on.
Wild Thing.
Wild Thing. Boom, boom.
And then he had Funky Cold Medina, which is like almost the same exact
song. So I didn't put it on here. I should just put them both together. And then 2 things that were not any of that. I had a Koosh Ball came out.
Me too.
And that the World Wide Web started in 1989. The internet.
Yes.
It made this all possible, what we're doing here today. So thank you, internet. Thank you to World Wide Web.
I also didn't put these on my list because it's a sad thing, but in 89 is when Lucille Ball.
That was the one thing I had, Tara. If we start doing one sad thing, I had Lucille Ball died in 89.
And Gilda Radner, 2 just powerhouse women.
I didn't have that one, but it's because I saw Lucille right away. Because I did 89 and then I'm born in 89.
Didn't you give me that picture? Lucille Ball?
Mom and Dad's garage, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I got to put it up.
Yeah, you didn't. I was wondering why it wasn't up when I was there. I was a little confused.
Were you hurt?
A little hurt. Because I'd have it up here because I like it. I'd have it up here.
No, I forgot it was given to me.
I'd rather have that up in Elvis. Because I want it. I'm trying to replace this Elvis.
I need to get it.
Any other things? There's a Milli Vanilli. Just Milli Vanilli.
That was a wild thing.
Just Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli. That's sad. They got really fucked by people.
It was like they were a hit.
They were a hit. Blame it on the rain. Yeah.
I was gonna have us do some. I don't know if you did him. It's getting late, so I don't know that we have to do the.
Yeah, the only
things for the year. Did you not come up with anything in any way?
Not anything good except this one. Taylor Swift, she'll perform at the halftime next year. So it's actually 2025. And she's going to also...
That's your prediction?
And she's going to also show that she's pregnant, a la Rihanna, Beyonce.
Sick.
With Travis Kelce's baby.
I did have one 1989 thing I wanted to talk about. And it was...
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift made it really hard for me to look up stuff from 1989 because it kept just showing me shit about Taylor Swift's 1989 album. And one thing was like, first of all, Swift fans, stop acting like you're inventing things. There was I was like, I wanted foods from 1989 that started.
Oh,
neither of us picked Lunchables. Lunchables suck. Ugh. They fucking suck. Yeah. They're not going to make our list. They fucking suck.
Terrible.
But I want to know it's like foods or candy that came out. It kept being like things for your 1989 release party. I'm like, and there's like things inspired by Taylor Swift's 1989, and then it was like queso dip and bacon wrapped dates, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's just an appetizer.
That's a party. That's just a
it
party.
Doesn't have anything to do with 1989. So fuck Taylor Swift taking on my goddamn life, and I just want to like she's not the only thing from 1989.
No, we just
she
came
might be
up
the
with
most
so
obnoxious thing from 1989 at this point because of all her dumbass fans.
Yeah,
I don't even hate her. I hate her fans.
I know. I hate her fans. She's fine.
I hate her fans. I hate you. No one's gonna hear. None of them are gonna hear this, but I hate you. Swifties suck dick.
But guess what, Swifties?
Doubt
I
it.
like Taylor just fine, so you shouldn't hate me.
That's the thing is I don't want to hear about. I like her. I just don't need to hear about her 24/7.
Right.
I like a lot of things. I don't need to talk about them 24/7. Just once a week on this podcast.
I'm a fan of music and people that are musicians, and I don't care about
the worst
every
thing
move they do.
Out of 1989 was Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce being born.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelce, you ain't all that in a bag of chips, bro. We're still the top pod, bro. We're still coming for you, Kelce brothers. It's 2024, and we ain't done coming for you, bro. Cash Lambo and
Chalky
T are coming for you, okay, bro?
All right, bro.
Better watch yourself, Kelce, bro.
We're coming, bro.
You guys barely won yesterday, bro.
Yeah,
you ain't
bro.
winning the Super Bowl, bro.
No, bro. You ain't winning the Super Bowl, bro.
Cash Lambo and Chalky T coming for you. She always go chalk. She basic. All right. I like that as a prediction that Taylor Swift's going to play the next year's Super Bowl.
Yes.
Who's this year?
Usher.
Usher, that's right. Taylor next year, pregnant. Is it Kelsey's?
Yes.
Or is there a new man on the
it's
horizon we don't know
Kelsey's.
about yet? Dang, or is it Jason's?
Oh, boy.
Whoa. I heard that Jason Kelsey got Taylor Swift pregnant. What?
What would
You know that some
Swifties
people
do?
would, if I put that up as a clip, people are like, you're so fucking rude.
I know.
Yeah, I'm fucking around, dog.
It's called fucking
Look,
around.
I could see it. Like, look at him. I am butt fucking around. I ain't butt fucking around.
I know, but I'm gonna.
I'm butt fucking
I'm
around.
butt fucking around.
I'm just butt fucking around.
There's still 2 police officers here.
They're probably just fucking in the. You got a big lot.
We do.
They probably just pulled over there because they got some gas.
No, someone.
You're basically in the Quick Trip.
I know.
gas
Someone
station.
Someone came in here. In my building too. Yikes!
Oh boy.
Oh boy! What if I did a whole?
Probably some domestic. I would say probably some domestic
Probably.
thing.
That makes me sad.
That's sad. That's too sad. That's too bad.
But
Did
if he could play football, it wouldn't matter.
Wouldn't matter at all. My prediction for 2024 is that one of the major sports leagues is going to have they're going to sign a contract with Saudi Arabia, the Saudis.
Oh, I could definitely see that happening.
And it's going to be like major.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be a big spot, like big part of it.
Oh God.
And they're going to all fund the war in the Middle East for both sides. It's all good money for them. They don't give a shit. It's all good money for them.
You're probably right.
Care.
You're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they already
have golf.
It's their own league, but they've started to get all the guys.
Right. And they partnered with
golf, and they did partner with PGA. So I guess
whatever that
means.
I
think I could see one of the other leagues partnering with them. I would say the most likely is the NFL. Because Major League Baseball no one cares about that. NBA, I don't think that ain't it. I think NFL. We'll see.
I think NFL is the most
We'll
likely.
Tara, do you have any hard-hitting questions for me this week?
No.
Oh, okay. Any holidays today other than the first?
Let me look. Because I thought we were going to have too much for hard-hitting questions.
We could have some fun. We never get to do it on the first. It could have been fun to have some fun firsts.
Oh.
Tara, a couple things. Tara, do you remember your first? Do you remember the first movie you saw in the theater?
Yes.
What?
Beauty and the Beast.
There's no way that's true.
Yes, it is.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes, it is.
No way.
Yes.
I remember us going to stuff with
Oh, Mary
Mary Welcome.
Welcome. I feel like that wasn't movies,
It was like
though.
Care Bears movie.
Yeah, it was like.
We saw a Care Bears movie.
I feel like it was like
Your first motion picture
Yeah,
was Beauty and the Beast.
yeah.
But I remember going to like a Care Bears movie.
I feel like they were like just shows that were on.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I doubt
didn't
it.
feel like movies.
I think it was a movie. I think it was a Care Bear movie. Hold on, let me see when the Care Bear movie came out.
Care Bear stare.
Care Bear movie. Care Bear movie came out in. They were all movies. They were all considered movies.
Oh.
So it was just probably one random one. There's one in '88 called Care Bears Nutcracker. Care Bears movie. Oh, there was a Care Bears movie in '85. I doubt we remember going to that.
No. I would have been 0. Okay, today's apple gifting day. Name your top 3 favorite apples.
I think I like a Red Delicious quite a bit.
Ugh,
You're wrong.
don't like
I
them.
like a. Man, there's so many apples. I don't know if I like apples. How about that? I like a red. I can name a bunch: Gala, Fuji,
Jazz,
Apple,
Honeycrisp, Granny
Green,
Smith.
Delicious, Granny Smith. What are my top 3 though? My top 3 apples.
I think there's one called like Pinata.
Probably Brad Pitt's daughter.
That's not Brad Pitt's daughter.
Oh, who is it? I thought it was Brad Pitt and
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter.
Mm.
It's not theirs. Is it hers and what's his name's?
The guy from that band.
I thought it was his kid.
Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
No.
I thought it was their kid.
No, they don't have a kid together. It's the guy from
Is that true?
Yes. She has kids with the guy from. Why am I trying to blank on that band?
The band's called the Black Crows.
No. No, it's not.
Who had the black? Oh, that was
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. I'm confusing people now.
Gwyneth Paltrow, the guy from England, and they kind of sound like they sing the song.
Oh, the guy from Coldplay?
Yes, thank you. That's their daughter, Apple.
What about Apple? I hate Apple products.
Apple products. What about apple pie?
It is Chris Martin.
Chris Martin, that's his name.
How old do you think Apple is?
Probably like 20.
How old do you think Apple is?
20?
She's 19. She turns 20 this year.
Look out.
Born 2004.
National Hangover Day.
Hell yeah. So you do have hard-hitting questions.
How long was your longest hangover?
3 days. 3 days. It was I was a boy in high school. And I was partying at my friend's house, Nicholas's house, and it was a Saturday night, and we were partying pretty hard, drinking Kessler's whiskey and Red Bull.
Oof.
We were drinking the rest of that together. We were drinking Jaeger bombs for the first time in my life. This was like when Red Bull first kind of was becoming a thing, and Jaeger bombs were. So I did Jaeger bombs, and I sat around a table drinking Kessler whiskey. I woke up in a little bit of my own puke on the carpet.
Oh God, that's not good.
And I slept all day on the floor, and then I was picked. Mom and Dad were looking for me, and I was supposed to be at a different friend's house, and that was Dave's house. And Dave had to come pick me up, and then my mom picked me up at Dave's house, which it was a whole thing. She knew what was going on. I'm like, I'm fine. And they took me downstairs. I went to sleep. Yeah. It was like afternoon. It was time to eat. I'm an eater. And they're like, you want to eat? I'm like, no, I'm good. She came down like, no, I know what's going on. So just so you know, I didn't get in trouble. I didn't get in trouble or anything really. She just wanted me to like, hey, get your shit together. So we went, so that was the first day. And the next day I was in a house building class, or this wasn't the house, it was the year before. And we were building a shed for this like local person. We were building their shed in their backyard. And the first day I was so hungover, my teacher just told me to go fucking chill out in the shade and take a nap because I was just like sweating and like awful. And then the next day I still felt like shit. So 3 days of hangover.
And you were young.
Yeah, I was like, it was my junior year of high school. So I was like 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. I partied hard that week. Well, everyone that we were partying with was like 4 years. They were like in their early 20s.
Who are you partying
21.
with?
I was at Nick's house. Who do you think I was partying with? What are you talking about? Nick's
Brother.
bro and his crew.
Yeah.
All those guys. All my buddies.
All my
The guys I
pals.
hung out with. The guys I would hang out for the next decade with. Not quite a decade, but. What about you? Do you have a long hangover you remember?
Ugh. Probably New Year's Eve 2009. 2000
Was that when you
2010. Yes.
Then you puked on a car?
Yeah.
On a random person's car?
Yeah. And
From
I
a
puked
balcony?
in the kitchen and I puked everywhere.
And you puked in a Uber.
Cab.
Or it was a cab. Because Ubers weren't really a thing yet.
In a
Puked in a cab, but not in the cab. You puked into our cooler.
Yeah.
And then you sat in the shower with our puke cooler and took a shower. Because I was like, well, this is gross. I got you home nicely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then I was like, I seriously felt like I was dying for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
There was a scent
What
that I
were you
was
drinking,
wearing.
Just champagne? Or
No,
vodka?
I was drinking vodka lemonades and I was drinking it out of like a Simply Lemonade. And I didn't realize like it was 20 ounces and I was pretty much doing half and halves.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. So I was hammered.
That's my party sister. She's a party gal. Chalky T's here to party now. Tara, we got some emails.
Oh!
The first one is from Jeannie. There was actually one from Miranda, and she sent a new one, so she's actually bumped a little higher. So we'll get back to that. These are long.
Oh,
These people
God.
there's only 2 people that email us anymore, so they're allowed to be long.
Mm-hmm.
If we get more viewers, we'll have to cut them down. But
Until then.
MELLONfights, New Year. Happy New Year, MELLONfights. All the best in 2024. From Jeannie, by the way. Some input. Good game. Shit on your neighbor. Hate the name. I won fair and square. Why? I don't know what that meant. Our game gift. Just one was fun. Can I hear a scampi? Shrimp scampi. I don't know what she's saying. Scampi. Yeah, we had fun on Christmas Eve. We didn't talk about Christmas Eve at all, but we played a lot of games on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Stick with butthole buffoonery. People are getting used to your buffoonery. Yeah, we're not going to lose the buffoonery.
No.
Really enjoying the best of year picks, music, etc. on the pod. 1989 movie picks. Lots of good movies in 1989. The Little Mermaid was her number 5. Beaches was number 4. 3 is Batman. Keaton remains the best Batman, she says. The Abyss. Oh, wow. And Steel Magnolias were Jeannie's picks for 1989.
Gosh, she picked like 2 of the saddest movies to ever exist.
She likes sad movies. Her honorable mention is Uncle Buck. It's a goodie. I rewatch it. It's okay. We did enjoy it, though. One you will probably pick, but not me. Pet Sematary. Yep. Mm-hmm. Trent will never be the same because of that movie, she says. Just got to call out 3 songs that still get people going to the dance floor and karaoke. Pump Up the Jam.
Yes.
Sure. Funky Cole Medina. It's her hair cutting song.
It is.
She does that song while she cuts hair because she's fucking funny and she's fucking
because she does
people's hair.
Does the funky haircut.
Mm-hmm. And Love Shack. Everyone tries to do it at karaoke and then choke. You think you know it, but you don't.
I think I could do it. Yeah, I got in my Chrysler. It's as big as a whale. It's about to set a sail.
I love when people think I don't know that song for like it's karaoke. The words, I'm like, yeah, but you still need to know when to say the words.
Yes.
You stupid fucking idiot. I hate when people say that. It makes me so mad. I'm like, I don't know the song. I can't do it.
Right? It's like I can't do it because I don't.
I was trying to do. I was listening to an album. We were playing something the other day on Spotify on the TV, and I played it with the lyrics, and I was trying it, and it's like I don't know when they're going to say this shit. Yeah. It's impossible. Idiots. Fuck them. All right, 1989. Oh, Miranda, Happy New Year.
Happy
Here we
New
go.
Year.
It's long. It's very long. It's long. It looks like a resume. Jesus Christ, Miranda. It looks like a damn resume.
She must have liked the last epi.
Terry, you got to give me 2 seconds. I got to do one thing.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yep. I don't know what he's about to do. I'm trying to listen in to see what's going on. Is he going to make some s'mores? I think he could be making some s'mores, or maybe he's making dinner. Yeah, he's making dinner. He's making his lady some delicious stew, maybe? Maybe he's making her some ribs. That could be something he's making her. He's just kind of a meat guy. But it sounds like it's in a pan, so I think he's making some ribs. Some ribs and some potatoes would be my best guess.
So sorry. I had to step away. I had ribs in the oven.
Oh, I knew
Cooking
it.
ribs for New Year's Day.
I was just saying that to our listeners.
Yeah, I had to. I was about 20 minutes late on rotating them, but they'll be fine.
Whoopsies.
All right, from Miranda here. Happy 2024 melons. Cheers to you both, melon fights, into the new year ahead. Sorry I'm behind. This is a long combo email. All the way back to 87. Holy shit.
That's so many.
Tara, your initial take on Princess Bride is so bad. It's a great movie, and I'm happy you changed your mind on it. She only kind of changed it.
No, I changed it, but I still do not like Mr. Hall.
You're supposed to hate him, but he's awesome. Zac Efron is still hot. Mr. Hall, is that from Clueless?
Yeah.
Okay. Zac Efron is still hot with his new jaw, but I'm also on the Jeremy Allen White boat. Wrong.
No, he's
hot and
fine.
goes as far as to say that he's a short king. He's 5'7". Stop. He's not. He's not. He sucks.
If you see
Drew,
Zac
it's almost- he
Efron and him,
sucks.
and you're picking him over Zac Efron, I don't know about that.
That's wrong.
It is wrong. It is.
She didn't say she's picking him over.
Oh, I thought she was
She said she's
on that
new
train.
job, but I'm also on the Jeremy Allen White boat. I don't
Okay.
know.
He's fine.
Drew, it's almost rude that Lost Boys wasn't on top 5 for 87. I take that personally. It is our favorite movie to watch together every Halloween. I love Lost Boys. I am a Lost Boy. I wish I was a Lost Boy. I'm really enjoying the year breakdowns that you're doing, and it was my idea to continue doing after 1969, so you're both welcome. I don't believe her lies. Do you agree?
I don't know.
Was it her idea? Listen, we did it first, 1969. We did a countdown to 69. We were doing stuff before 69.
I feel like Dad is the one that kind of created it, to be honest. Because he was like doing that, and then we're like, oh, we should do it. Remember?
No, we were going to do a 69 episode where everything was 69 involved.
Oh, okay.
And then we did it before that. We were doing for like 60. We were doing stuff counting up to 69.
Oh, yeah,
stuff from
that's
each
right.
year.
That's right. That's right.
But then we started just making it a little more focused. Dad did keep doing it for
Yeah.
us for each episode.
Then I think
Happy
he
belated
stopped
Christmas.
listening to us again.
Yeah, he hates us. Happy belated, because we stopped doing what he wanted. Happy belated Christmas. Love you. You two were together for this episode. Had a fun vibe. Enjoyed hearing Drew talk shit about Tara's apartment, her smelly feet, and her texting during the pod. I agree with Drew on that one. It was rude. It was. Don't ever do it again. Don't ever do it again. Happy belated Christmas. I already read that. Drew is a catch, but I'm the catch. Just saying. Okay. Top 3 from 88. Listen, she knew who Simone Biles' husband was. Fuck Simone Biles' husband, Josh Owens or whatever the hell his name is. Jeremy Owens, what's his name? Jonathan Owens.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't the catch.
No.
1988, Dippin' Dots. Good pick.
Great pick.
I agree. I saw that and I liked it. Adele. And Salika Jawad.
I don't know who that is.
I believe it is a new obsession of hers. Hold on. I think that's her name.
Adele's good.
I'm spelling it wrong.
I think she could be a fun friend.
Yeah, Salika Jawad. I don't know how to say it. It's but it's John Baptiste's wife.
What is
She wrote a book.
Oh,
She's a writer and a thing. You look it up. You'll get it.
okay.
Salika Jawad. It's her new obsession for her. I didn't know she was born in 1988. Honorable mention, Rihanna, Rupert Grint. Good pick. Candle in the Wind by Elton John. Also good. Bloodsport. I guess made her list. Oh, no, it's just Bloodsport stuff. It didn't make the list.
Oh,
The kid in the flashback is so bad, and it's the longest flashback ever. Correct.
but it's funny.
Loved she couldn't talk about it. She loved Forrest Whitaker's mauve suit. Mauve suit?
Mauve.
The color of his suit. Mauve suit. The reporter, love interest, is annoying, dresses bad, has bad hair, and hates fun.
Yes.
He loves to do the splits.
Mm-hmm.
Drew didn't stop chanting Kumite for forever after we watched the movie. Not annoying. Not
annoying.
Really good fighting montages. Overall, not really for me. Sorry, Drew. Well, you're fucking wrong, and you should go take a bath. Top 3 from 1989, When Harry Met Sally. It's a fine movie.
I don't know if I've technically seen it as
can I tell you something? Her list is bad. Her list is bad.
Okay.
It's Harry Met Sally, Taylor Swift, and Lunchables.
Oh.
Your list sucks, and you're banished from writing. You can write us next week, but you can't do a 1990 list because that's shit. That's a turd list.
If you do one and it sucks, then we'll banish her.
No,
she can't just have one. She can't have one.
Tara, it's so bad.
It is bad.
Taylor Swift is the most basic answer I've ever heard.
When Harry Met Sally, overrated.
People love that movie. It's one of her movies. She likes that movie. I don't really care about it. And Lunchables. We both talk about how bad they are.
How Miranda.
They taste like dog shit. They taste like shit.
I bet like if you threw one on the floor to a dog, it wouldn't eat it. Kind of like in Bloodsport.
Kara would scoff at that shit. Honorable mentions: Juno Temple. She's added a lot of new stuff. Juno Temple is cool. The Little Mermaid, Back to the Future 2, If I Could Turn Back Time by Cher, Love Shack by the B-52s.
Sorry.
And she forgot about TV, and then she emailed again. She forgot about TV shows for 1989. I'd like to make my number 3, Saved by the Bell, and move Lunchables to honorable mentions.
Okay.
There we go.
Good.
I can let your list survive.
Yes.
I'll let you have your Taylor fucking Swift at 2.
Sure.
But you're on my shit list. You're on my shit list. That'd be like if she wrote. She's just lucky she didn't say Travis Kelce at 4.
Oh,
she'd be out.
She'd be out
on the street. Hey Tara.
Hey Drew.
Have a Tuesday. Stay dry. You could have done it the one way.
I don't know how to do it
It's not hard. It's the way you wanted to claim you could do it. Hey Tara, have a Tuesday.
Stay dry.
Have
a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Melon
fights. You don't get to celebrate that. It took us 2 tries.